Hello everyone, my name is Brian Norcross. I'm the Senior Director of Instrumental Music and Conducting Studies at Franklin and Marshall College. I would like to welcome you to the Module 2 concert of the Franklin and Marshall Orchestra, Symphonic Wind Ensemble, and Philharmonia. Just a little bit of details, especially for those of you not familiar with how we were running things here at Franklin and Marshall during the fall pandemic. For safety protocols, the semester was divided into 2 modules. These modules were about 6.5 weeks long, and this reduced the amount of contact between students and faculty for safety purposes. For the performing groups, we had safety protocols of having not more than 11 musicians at any time on stage, and of those 11, 4 could be woodwinds or brass. Everyone had to wear masks, and the woodwinds and brass had to have bell covers on. We were separated by at least 8 feet, and that was one of the many safety protocols that were put in place. In addition, there was one live in-person rehearsal each week that was 30 minutes long, and the campus pods then had a 20-minute Zoom meeting. So instead of having the full ensembles, we had these small groups, I call them pods, and named them for streets that surround the Franklin Marshall campus and also downtown Lancaster. The instrumentation for the pods was quite unusual, and for that reason, there was virtually no music available that fit the instrumentation for these pods. For the orchestra pods, I made arrangements of works by Mozart and Haydn to fit what we had for the instrumentation. For the symphonic wind ensemble pods, I was able to find some music that's described as flex instrumentation, happened to be all by Japanese composers. So we made use of them, and that allowed all the campus pods to have full and exciting performances and rehearsals. We had several students who were studying remotely, and we formed remote pods. So this module, there were 13 pods, 11 on campus and 2 off campus. For the remote pods, there was no music that really fit for what we were trying to do because of latency. Rehearsing on Zoom was quite difficult. So I wrote some arrangements for the students to rehearse. And we also had 2 composers write pieces that were designed to be rehearsed and performed with latency. So each week, the remote pods had a short performing assignment that they recorded and that I put together virtually. All of the campus pods then were scheduled to, in their last week, do their concert that was recorded and then now part of this video. However, the last 2 days of the semester, we were not able to have in-person meetings, and for that reason, some of the pods, their final performance took place essentially in the 5th week of rehearsal, and I used those rehearsal recordings to put together their concert. You will notice that all the performers have their cases and coats right next to them, and again, that was for safety purposes. You will see some of the campus pods are dressed in street clothes. That's because that was their week 5 rehearsal. That was not intended to be their final performance. All of this was quite difficult, but the students were amazing in their diligence, their dedication, and what was accomplished in an extraordinarily short amount of time was stunning. All that paled to the shocking news on November 13th when Ellie Halm, class of 20, passed away. Ellie was our bassoonist. She was our flute player. She was a piccolo player. She played in the orchestra, the Symphonic Wind Ensemble, and the Philharmonia. She was one of the setup people in the Barsinger Center for Musical Arts, and her joy resonated through Myron and Barsinger whenever she was there. So we're dedicating this performance to the memory of Ellie Halm. In addition, composer Ralph Lehman is completing a piece titled For Ellie, and our pods will be rehearsing and performing that work during either Module 3 or 4 come the spring semester. So please enjoy this performance of all of the pods of Franklin and Marshall College for Module 2, and this is presented in memory of Ellie Halm.